Hello, my name is Brandon Alcantara, and today I would be doing my speech on animal testing.
Hello, my name is Ramiro Gil. I have 45 years old. I'm representer's uncle.
Hi, my name is Saidelia. I'm 41 years old and I'm the presenter's aunt.
Hi, my name is Eileen Gill. I'm 16 years old and I'm the presenter's cousin.
My name is Ana Gil. I'm 51 years old and I'm mom representatives.
Hi, my name is Sahil. I'm 18 years old and I'm the representative cousin.
Hello, I am Ricardo Alcantara. I am 49 years old. I am the presenter's dad.
Hi, my name is Kylo Alcantara. I'm 18 years old and I'm a presenter's brother.
All right. Hello, audience. Everyone here today agrees that they are over 16 years of age and they consent to being recorded or streamed live for my speech 101 course. Only my instructor in online class would view this recording for educational purposes.
Yes.
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 So hello once again. Today I'll be doing my persuasive speech on animal testing. Visualize yourself somewhere locked and isolated, whether it is a closet, a cage, or a box. Now visualize yourself being constantly controlled, not being able to choose when to eat, when to drink, or even when to sleep. Visualize yourself in constant pain, itchiness, heat, and cold. Animal testing is something serious, as it affects humans, but mainly animals. In a laboratory experiment using animals to study the development and progression of diseases, animal studies also test how safe and effective new treatments are before they are tested on people. According to the article, Animal Testing Facts and Statistics by PETA, People of Ethical Treatment for Animals. Each year, more than 110 million animals are killed in the US laboratories for biology lessons, medical training, curiosity-driven experimentation, and chemical, drug, food, and cosmetics testing. About 68% of people do not know if they're purchasing any animal tested products, and in a recent survey, 56.7% of people did not know if they had ever purchased animal tested products, while 33.3% knew they had purchased animal tested products before. Many animals are being tested for such products: disease cures, lessons, training, and experiments. When inhumane animal treatment and ending with animal life, the animals are deliberately sickened with toxic chemicals and infected with diseases, live in barn cages, and are typically killed when the experiment has ended. Varieties of conditions in the laboratory cause changes in neurochemistry, genetic expression, and nerve regeneration in animals when being tested. According to the article, The Flaws and Human Harms of Animal Experimentation by the National Library of Medicine. In one study, for example, mice were genetically altered to develop aortic defects, yet when the mice were housed in larger cages, those defects almost completely disappeared. Providing further examples, typical noise levels in laboratories can damage blood vessels in animals, and even the type of flooring on which animals are tested in spinal cord injury experiments can affect whether a drug shows a benefit. Many procedures, even those procedures classified as mild, have much potential to cause many animals physical as well as psychological suffering and distress. Often the procedures can cause a great deal of suffering. Many animals are killed at the end of an experiment, but some may be reused in subsequent experiments. Many animals are subjected to tests that are often painful or cause permanent damage or death. They are never given the option of not participating in the experiment. According to the article, Animal Testing Facts and Statistics by PETA, each year more than 110 million animals are killed in the US laboratories for biology, biology lessons, medical training, curiosity-driven experimentation, and chemical, drug, and food cosmetics testing. Mentioning that many animals have died or been permanently either physically or mentally by animal testing. It is a big problem, which due to many complications and side effects should have been stopped by now. According to the article, the flaws in human harms of animal experimentation. In animals in laboratory are deprived of everything that is natural and important to them. They are confined to barren cages, socially isolated and psychologically traumatized. The thinking and the feeling that animals who are used in experiments are treated like nothing more than disposable laboratory equipment. Explaining how animals suffer when it comes to animal testing. And not just suffer physically, but they also suffer mentally and could be scarred for life. A large range of animal species are regularly used in experiments, including wild animals. Animals used in experiments are usually bred for this purpose by the laboratory or in breeding facilities. According to the article, The Flaws in Human Harm of Animal Experimentation, it is estimated that more than 115 million animals worldwide are used in laboratory experiments every year. But because only a small proportion of countries collect and publish data concerning animal use for testing and research, the precise number is unknown. With inhumane animal treatment and ending with animal life, the animals are deliberately sickened with toxic chemicals and infected with diseases, live in barn cages, and are typically killed when the experiment has ended. Varieties of conditions in the laboratory has caused changes in neurochemistry, genetic expression, and nerve regeneration in animals when being tested. According to the article, What is animal testing? By Cruelty Free International. Some monkeys are still trapped in the wild in Africa, Asia, South America, to be used in experiments or imprisoned in breeding facilities. Their children are exported to laboratories around the world. The use of wild-caught monkeys in experiments is genetically banned in Europe, but it's allowed in anywhere elsewhere. There's no doubt that animals can experience pain and distress as a result of being used in experiments, but there are also many other causes of suffering that must be acknowledged and dealt with. According to the article, Facts and Statistics about Animal Testing by PETA, in addition to the torment of the actual experiments, animals in laboratories are deprived of everything that is natural and important to them. They are confined to barren cages, socially isolated and psychologically traumatized. Mentioning that many animals have died or been permanently either physically or mentally by animal testing, an example as well as by PETA. Before their deaths, some are forced to inhale toxic fumes, others are immobilized in restraining devices for hours. Some have holes drilled into the skulls, and others have their skin burned off their spinal cords and crushed. Many procedures, even those procedures classified as mild, have much potential to cause many animals physical as well as psychological suffering and distress. What are the reasons why millions of animals still suffer in laboratories? There is no justifiable reason. Companies do not need to torture animals in order to test mascara, detergent, shampoo, or any other household products. Scientists do not have to torment apes in order to cure a disease. Educators do not need to buy frogs or sharks to teach students biology. All the pain and suffering from animals will be stopped. There are easy ways to lend your voice to animals suffering in experiment. And together, we can stop animal testing. Ways could be always buying cruelty-free products, educating others on animal testing, speaking up on classroom dissection, making donations to anti-animal testing organizations, and spreading the word. Starting different ways to stop animal testing, to stop the pain and suffering animals go through when being tested. Starting advancements to stop animal testing companies. Joining an animal testing organization will create change if you follow a few simple steps. 1. Look up websites for anti-animal testing organizations to find out how to join and follow their media to be well informed on time on current events. 2. Always buying cruelty-free products. There have been a number of advancements in non-animal research methods, though there is no excuse for sick and twisted experiments on animals. 3. Not leave people in the dark about the horrors of the animal experimentation industry. Knowledge is power, so educate them by sharing the organization you plan to join, and share the media and brush upon facts in case of any questions to be well informed. It is at no cost unless you are planning to give donation to anti-animal testing organization. Now, visualize yourself in a world in which animal testing is gone. No more suffering or pain for animals, but freedom and happiness. Visualize the animals roaming around and enjoying their life. Expected results throughout would be much fewer companies using animal testing. About 10 years would be a good expected time for having fewer companies using animal testing. The benefits would be the animal population starting to grow back to normal, as well as animals will not be in pain or suffer due to animal testing. Stop animal testing will not only help humans become better, but as well as help animals. Testing on animals should be stopped for the reason the most experiments involving animals are flawed, wasting the lives of animal subjects, and more than 90% of the animal testing fails once they reach the human trials. Joining an organization will help stop animal testing, stopping animal pain and suffering caused by many companies. In conclusion, animal testing is very serious, having effects, but mainly animals, in the laboratory experiment using animals to study the development and progression of diseases. Animal studies also test how safe and effective new treatments are before they are tested on people. Through experiments and tests, many animals suffer, are in pain, or die. Join an anti-animal testing organization to stop the suffering. The end.